Hello, everyone. It's Birdie, the recycled hippie chick. I have a large, it's here, it's very large. We may have to pull up a little bit. Okay, we're going to work like this today. Um, I have a very large art journal. I'm wanting to do a little spread in. I got the idea from one of Kelly on book and paper arts. I got the idea from her, so I'm going to use her for inspiration today. She actually did her spread in. She had made a journal out of a paper bag, and the pages were paper bag, so her pages were brown. Mine is in a book. It's an altered book, so I gessoed over the pictures, the Picasso pictures, and then I just sprayed coffee on it. She started out, this is a little raised. I don't have really heavy gesso, but my gesso is creamy and thick, so I had already had some mixed up from another spread I did, and I mixed spray paint in it. So I put that on there just to use it up. So gray is what we're getting. But she goes over hers with pastels anyway, so I don't think it's going to matter. So let's get started. I think you should jump over and see what she did so you can see where my brain goes. Probably completely in a different direction, but it's neat how you can watch somebody get inspiration from them, and then when you use what you have, it becomes, completely different. This is off of her website, a free digital she had. I'm going to rip it up and turn it into a pocket. And we're going to get that glued on first so that can be drying. It is the 3rd of July. Tomorrow will be the 4th. Lazy day here at home, but the weather has been fantastic. It's been 100 or so the past few days. It's funny because Ricky Tikki Tavi is going through town. She went through town last Monday. It was absolutely gorgeous when she was in town. And now she's coming back through town on her way home, and it's gorgeous again. So she completely dodged the Kansas hot weather, which is good because she is from Arizona and she's getting away from the heat. So we're going to glue this down, pocket. This is really, I really kind of want something tough here. Not going to worry about it. We're just going to do it. But I think I do want to ink it a little darker. So, because it's kind of blending in. So I want to ink it before I put it down, just so we can see the edge a little better. So anyway, I have been out in the art room all day, enjoying. Watched Janet Nash this morning. Always a good time watching Janet Nash. Though I will have to watch her again because I have both this portable air conditioner going and the fan. So it's not hot. I just started getting a little warm earlier and thought, well, I don't know what the weather's going to do today, so I might as well turn it on, let it get a head start on whatever the weather might do. We've had little sprinkles this morning, which has been a tease because we are in such a drought that we just need days and days and days of rain. We really, really do. Okay, that looks better. But the sun could peek out and it could be, 90s, in zippity doo-dah. You know how that goes. Okay, let's do 3 sides. Of your glue of choice. Get that on there and get it drying. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do this, so it would be dry, so we could just continue on. Now, she had a different one and it was more colorful. I was kind of envious because she put these on her website for free, but I think she was using an original. It wasn't these pictures, it was different wildflowers, and it was so brilliant in its color. I'm seeing 3 lines here going across like that. I'm gonna rip it that way. She ripped hers straight down because she had her one page covered both pages of her book. I'm gonna have larger. I'm wanting to put this strip clear across here. So I'm gonna tear it into 3 strips and hook them together. It's gonna have to be hooked together anyway. I don't quite know how to. There we go. We're going to have to, no, I don't think we do have to ink that. We're going to go over it with pastels, in which I am totally not familiar with. So I am stepping outside of my comfort zone. I have 3 sets of pastels that were given to me that I don't think I've hardly ever used, but today is the day. I am going to branch out. Okay. Yay, and it fits. Brilliant. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue this down. Just going across here. Like that. Okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure I get I want to make sure I have my crack for my pocket here exposed. So let's go ahead and tear that off. I'm going to go ahead, just for grins and giggles, and ink this end, just because. And I'm going to ink this end. And the other parts, I'm pretty sure I'm going over with my pastels. Are you guys in frame? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Don't know what you guys are doing. You may be watching this after your 4th holiday. We are supposed to be going. My daughter's neighbor has a block party for their block, and of course we know everybody over there. And we usually go over there and have a little 4th of July with their block party, watch the grandkids shoot off their fireworks and all that good jazz. So We're supposed to be going over there tonight. I don't know. We just kind of go with the flow. If we feel like it, we go. If we don't, we don't. Everyone has a good time, whether we show up or not. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on over here so I have an idea of where I need to put the other one. I have a roast on the crock pot. Oh, it smells so good in the house. I saw this thing on Facebook, and come to find out my daughter has done it, and she said it's fantastic. It said throw your roast in the crock pot with a stick of butter, a package of ranch dressing, a package of au jus, and some pepperoncinis. So I did. I did not have any ranch dressing, but I had a packet of Good Seasons Italian, so I threw it in there. So we'll see. You know, none of my recipes ever turn out exactly the way they're supposed to. Always something gets twisted somehow, some way. But that's okay, because I think it'll turn out good no matter whether you have Italian or ranch. It's just powder, seasons, I think is what the main idea is. Now, I gotta remember everything she did. I may have to push pause and go back and watch her, but I'm at least, yeah, we're gonna have to push pause, darn it. Okay, next she went over her flowery border with her, now I know she's not using oil because, and I don't know that these, I don't know what these are. These are just something I got at a garage sale or something. It says color sticks, cleaner, stronger than pastels. It does not say oil. So, because I know she goes over some of hers with gesso and it smears it around. I'm sure that would not happen with oil. So, I want to go over this edge with pastels, and I think I'm going to go with this red right here that's in these rose hips. So let's do that. She goes over the edge. So anyway, I thought, you know, with my roast, without it having any beef broth in it, what do I do about my potatoes and carrots? I mean, we can't have a roast without potatoes and carrots. But I just went in to check it a while ago. The meat is still tough. It's not, you know, ready. It said put it on low for 8 hours. It's been about 6. So I went in. The meat's still tough, but man, it's really got some juice going on. So I went ahead and stuck my potatoes and carrots in, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we have our pastel on. Okay, now she takes her gesso and she, oh, do I want to use that one or this one? I think I want, my poor brushes are in such bad shape. Okay, she takes her gesso, and mine is pretty creamy, so I hope I can do okay with it. And then she goes over it and she mixes it in with her pastel and just pulls it down. kind of blending it in with the picture and pulling it down into, and hers looks drier than mine. Mine looks painty. Darn it. I don't know if I have a good gesso or not. Hers looks more dry brushed. See, my gesso kind of creams up and makes it all. Not crazy about that, because it's not turning out like Kelly's. Darn it. I wonder if I have a gesso in a bottle anywhere. You know how gesso is supposed to look dry brushed? This is not. You guys see what I'm talking about? It's okay. Calm down, Birdie. Just embrace the change so it doesn't look the same. Embrace the change and go with the flow. Where's my little color at? Which color did I use? Great, I put it back in there. Okay, well, it's going to be cute anyway. That's all I can say. Get a little bit of color everywhere. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see what you can see. You can sort of see it, can't you? I'm just pulling color everywhere. Okay, now, let's see what our pictures are. Oh, he's kind of going to be covering up. That's going to be kind of covering up my envelope letters. I want her jumping the flower hedge. She's actually jumping a river, but I thought it'd be cute for her to be jumping this flower hedge. And it scared Chanticleer, and he's flying out of the tree because she scared the peawadding out of him. And, well, here, she's jumping over this turtle, too. So that's what I'm going to have on here when I get done with my background. Okay? So what I want to do now is put some color up here. Kelly put color up there. She put blue and green, and I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do blue and green too. I don't have any blue in here, but I could use some contrast. Green will pull from this. Well, these are not very chalky. I can tell you that. Let's see, we got green. And she tells you as she's doing this all of the artsy facts about it, you know, like how to place your pictures on here in thirds or whatever that makes it more appealing to the eye. I don't know any of that stuff, so you really will, if you want to really learn about what you're doing and not just go by the seat of your pants like I do, you really do want to go over and watch her. Boy, that's really dark. I don't know how I'm feeling about that one. I have an idea though. I think I will put some gold over this. Let's see what we can do with some gold here. Because this gold gets kind of, ooh, I'm smearing that. This gold is kind of see-through. I want it to pull out. I don't want it to look like a big lightning bolt here, which is what it's kind of looking like to me. Okay, let's see here. Okay, well, I'm ready to glue down my focal points. Well, let's just see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I think that'll be cute, don't you? Let's see if we can get her glued down. Nothing cuter than a naked gardener. I did not do my photo shoot this year. Last year I didn't do it. I wasn't feeling very good. This year I had every intention on doing it, and I just couldn't come up with the right pose. I've done it for several years, about 5 years I've done it, and posted it on Facebook. Oh. I wasn't really naked. You know, there is a National Naked Gardening Day, right? First weekend in May, first Saturday in May. And so I pose making it look like I'm naked gardening and do a photo shoot like that. Last time I did one, I had a great big book like this, and on the front it said Naked Gardening 101, and I had that sitting in front of me, you know, so you could see my legs and my shoulders and everything, and made it look like I was studying up on my naked gardening. One year I had an umbrella in front of me. One year I was in the iris patch peeking through. One year I had I don't know if you've ever seen the claws. They're two great big yellow claws that you pick up leaves with. I had those in front of my chest, peeking out over those. One year a friend of mine and I did it together, and we stood in front of we had our high heels on, and we were standing in front of a picket fence peeking over. So it looked like we were gardening naked in our high heels. It was fun. Okay, this needs something around the edge. It's too white. Too white. So let's start by just inking it up and see where that gets us. Now, do we ink it up in brown or black? Probably brown, right? Since our pocket is brown. I think that'll do it. At the end of this, I'll go out and take you guys on a quick little tour of my Playhouse camper. I call it the Phoenix because it's rose from the ashes. I almost had my husband haul it to the dump. I mean, I ripped the ceiling out and said, take it to the dump. And because it had a leak in it, and I had so much coating on the roof and could not get it to stop leaking that I was just done. It sits out in my rock garden by my fire pit, and I just like to go out there and play art or do my Bible study, have my coffee in the morning. But I told him to take it to the dump. And then I saw that Flex Seal commercial, and I decided to get a gallon of it and try one more time, and that did it. So I had my husband help me put a couple 2x4s in to sturdy up the ceiling where it had rotted, and then I just simply stapled cloth over all of that workmanship because it's just sitting out. It's just my playhouse, you know, it's not going to go down the road. There doesn't have any tires under it. It's just sitting on blocks so that I can, kids spend the night in it, grandkids spend the night in it, I play in it. It's just fun. It's my adult fun playhouse. I have my itty bitty camper that I actually take camping when I go by myself. Then we have the school bus when Terry and I go camping. This one was sitting on top of our fire truck. And now it's just sitting out in my rock garden. So I'll take you on a quick little tour of it when I end this video. Thank you, Arlene, for letting me know about the snow on the mountain, how invasive it is and how it's going to kill everything in my path. Thank you, Arlene, for sharing that joyous bit of news. If it takes over things like iris and stuff like that and kills it off, then it'll kill off my little salvia and poppies and stuff like that, because you know you can't hardly kill off an iris. I don't have any monkey grass back there, so I wish I did, because then it wouldn't take over the monkey grass. But I really think I have hostas back there, tall phlox, iris, daisies, and salvias and poppies. Yeah, I think it'll take over all that. Hollyhocks. So I've got to kill off my snow on the mountain, and I will have to find another place for it to live where it can be aggressive. And I think it'll be a great little hidey spot for the turtles if I can get it going somewhere else. But not where it's at. There, you guys, voila, look at that. Let's find something. Let's find something to make a tag out of it. We've only been going 29 minutes. We have time to make a tag. Darn it, I was going to do some other mark making on it. Let me see if I can still do that. Okay. I know Kelly added a few other mark makings in hers, so I I'm going to do the same. She added like some honeycomb here and there and yonder. I'm going to pull out from this yellow center of these, whatchamacallums, flowers. Now, she just got her stamp wet and she rubbed over it with her pastel. Let's see what happens when I try that. And there's no shape. Okay, well, that did not work out for me, but it did put some yellow in there. Let's see here. If I can get... I want the shape of these X's. Well, it's just not going to happen. I got a little bit of it down here. Anyway, there you have it. I don't have chalky of pastels like she does. So, also she put a couple stamps and butterflies. I don't want to try that. I'm just going to do a sunshine. She used the blue. I'm just afraid it's going to turn out to be a blob. She got it wet. Maybe I'm getting it too wet. Maybe it just needs to be damp. Let's just try damp. Or if this doesn't work, I'll just pull out the ink and we'll just use actual ink. Hey, there we go. Okay, so she put 2 or 3 butterflies around. I'm only going to put 1 sun because we only need 1 sun. Thank you, Kelly, for showing this on your channel. If you're watching, I really doubt if she's going to watch me. But if for some freak reason she did, thank you. I absolutely enjoy your teaching. Okay, now I want to make a card that goes in our pocket. I'm going to use a Quizmo card and this gel print that I did of a weed out of my pasture. Let's see what we can see, what kind of damage we can do. And then we'll have a little tag to go in there. I want that a little straighter. There we go. Okay, let's start with that. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I've been using this lately and it's just been peeling up, that art glitter glue, and this is a little shiny, this tag, so I know it probably won't stick to that. I used it with some cloth and that was definitely a no-go in a spine, and so I had to go back over it with Fabri-Tac. You know how you take a strip of cloth and put it between your, like to add a page to your book, you put that strip of cloth between it to join them together. I did that and it did not turn out well. Okay, let's do that. Pull that down like that. Let's see if we can tear that. I could probably zoom you in for this part. This darn, I don't know what to do, you guys. Can you tell I'm all cattywampus this way? I'm sorry. I had tried to re-duct tape my phone thing back up on my pedestal, and it's just not working. I actually looked at Walmart today when I went in for a few things to see if they had a tripod that goes down overhead, and because I don't want a tripod, I don't like the feet in the way. So this is my Tiff of Southern Gals design set up with the PVC pipe, and I love that, but there's nothing here to hold my, I don't have any way to hold my camera onto it except for to duct tape one of those little camera holders onto it. There's got to be an official thing out there for people who do YouTube videos for video, and they have a little setup for people who do YouTube videos at Walmart, but nothing there was for something like this, like what we do overhead. So I was kind of out of luck. I wish I had a real tall one to come up here, up above. Maybe I'll just do it like that. That looks cute, right? Like that. I didn't even have to look out. I didn't even have to look for any. I just picked two out. That works for me. Mushrooms are beautiful. It doesn't matter how you stick them on there. These are my Janet Nash inspired paper mushrooms. If you want to know how to do those, I have a video on how to do them, and she has a video on how to do them. So, easy peasy. There we go. Quick and easy tag. I'm going to sew around it real quick. Okay, I just sewed around the edge. The back is still a Quizno card. Bring our journal page back over. And stick our card in. There you go, you guys. Fun. Thank you, Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, for inspiring me. Stay with me after I leave here for a little quick glimpse of my of the Phoenix, my little girl camper. Bye-bye from Birdie. Here's my little camper. It's out here in my rock garden. Let's go take a look inside. See how I had to put material on the ceiling? Why am I whispering? I don't know. I just set it up with cute little stuff. My little table. I have stuff out here right now to do tiny books. I think for a while when I come out in the mornings, I'm going to put little tiny books together out here. I just went over the doors and stuff with old maps. Polyurethane them on. This used to be a couch here, but I just ripped it out. Stuck an old curtain panel over the closet door. This bathroom, I just think this bathroom is so cute. Look at it. It's so tiny. It's got a tiny little sink and it's all one. I just put tissue paper on the wall just to camouflage water damage that was there before. It's got this little shower and it's all this one little insert. I'm going to get a little batch of artificial flowers and put it in the little stool because nothing in here works. And it's just going to be like a little flower pot. Won't that be cute? Anyway, this is my map. Bye-bye from Birdie.